What is up everyone, it is Captain Fizzman here. So 2019 is upon us and there's a lot of movies coming out. So today what I thought I would do is that I would rank my top 5 movies of 2019 that I am most looking forward to. So if you are intrigued as to what this video is, make sure to continue watching. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel down below and hit the bell to get my notifications as to when I upload a video. Also, if you are enjoying this video so far, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment out below what you think my top 5 will be. This is how I know who's actually continually watching, and is how I can actually figure out what videos you guys want to see. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Jumping straight up to number 5, it is Star Wars Episode 9. Now you're probably wondering, why isn't Star Wars up further on top of the list? I mean, I am a nerd and you can kind of tell that. But the reason why Star Wars Episode 9 is at the position of number 5 is because, first of all, it's the final installment of the sequel trilogy. So we won't be receiving any movies after that. So they kind of have to go big and end it in a way that all fans are happy. We don't want a whole debacle of what happened with The Last Jedi. But it's the final installment of the trilogy. It means all these character stories will be coming to an end, or they should come to an end. There really isn't continuation, so it's really ending the story. So that's why number 5. Number 4, The Lion King. So the reason why Lion King is at number 4 is because, well, first of all, it's live action, which, I mean, great. If they do it the same way they've done Beauty and the Beast, then I'll be happy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to it at all. I love live action when they turn animation into live action, but I'm just worried. I'm worried because Lion King was an animation and they did so much, so I'm just very curious as to how they are going to tackle the story of the Lion King in live action. I mean, you have okay, let's talk about the cast for a second, because you have Donald Glover who's playing Simba, Beyonce who's playing Nala, James Earl Jones who voices Mufasa. It's gonna be a good movie, it just doesn't reach above a number 4 for me. Now, we're on to our top 3. Number 3, you're all gonna be shocked, okay? Number 3, Avengers Endgame. What? Avengers Endgame? Anthony, are you crazy? That's gotta be your number 1 pick. Look, Avengers Endgame is basically what everything was leading up to. I mean, it was supposed to be a 2-parter for Infinity War. I'm worried, okay? I'm really worried about the hype of the movie. It's been way overhyped. I am really concerned because this is high stakes. I mean, if you thought Infinity War was high stakes, and look what that did to us. So Endgame, which we know they'll be possibly going through time travel to kind of get back the stones. That's kind of what the current theory is. So we don't know if that's happening. But based on pictures, we know that they'll be going back to the Avengers Battle of New York. So we know that time travel or flashbacks will be in play here. And also because they're introducing Scott Lang and time vortexes and the quantum realm, we know that time is kind of a big factor here. So there are high stakes. It means that events can be changed in the past that will affect the future. And it means that characters may die, characters may not. I pray to God that they don't kill off Steve Rogers. If they send him back to his own time, yes, I'll be happy, but they don't kill him off. Okay, number 2 is a movie based on a book that I really love. It's an adaptation. The movie has been made before. It features some of my favorite actresses, and so that movie is Little Women. Little Women is a coming of age story where these 4 girls, they come of age in America after the Civil War, where it's the aftermath of the Civil War, how that's affected. So there's a lot that happens, and when I read it for the first time, I loved it. I fell in love with the book so much, and now they're making an adaptation of it, and that just makes me so excited. It has Emma Watson, Meryl Streep, but then it also has other people like Saoirse Ronan, Timothée Chalamet. That's why it's at number 2, because first of all, it's a book adaptation, and yes, there have been some movies where they've adapted a movie from books and they haven't gone well. So I'm excited for this because there isn't much CGI in Little Women. It's a classic tale, so there can't be much that they get wrong. I mean, Emma Watson and Meryl Streep. I mean, you can't get wrong with having a cast like that. I cannot wait to see how they go about in making this happen. So that's why, and it comes out on Christmas Day, so it's probably the best Christmas present ever for 2019. So yeah, that's why Little Women is at number 2 for me, because it is a classical movie. I love the book, so I'm definitely going to be a fan of it. Now, honorable mentions, okay, because there were so many movies on the list that I wanted to put down, but they didn't really make the cut of top 5. So honorable mentions are Dark Phoenix, Captain Marvel, Shazam, Spider-Man Far From Home, Cats, and Aladdin and The Escape Room. Now, number 1. Now, number 1 was difficult, and there were so many great contenders for number 1 out of the top 5. But number 1, when I first saw that they were making this movie, I was hella excited. I was like thinking of so many possibilities of how they can make it happen, how they could bring in old cast and new cast. Because this movie is based off a TV series in the 70s, and then it was made into 2 films back in the 2000s of action comedies that I really loved. The soundtrack was amazing. The actresses, the whole storyline, everything about it was, I love it, and it's probably one of my favorite movies, my favorite action comedies of all time, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait for it. And so without further ado, my number 1 movie of 2019 that I cannot wait to watch, I'm looking forward to it, I'm counting down the days for it, is Charlie's Angels. Now, okay, so if you've watched the movies of Charlie's Angels, the 2000 movies, which had Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, and Lucy Liu, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. I love it so much. It has something to it that just makes me want to watch it every single time, and if it's on Netflix, I'm watching it. If I have to download it, I'm watching it. And the fact that they're actually readapting it and doing a reboot of it makes me so happy. With the movie adaptation, the new one that's coming out in 2019, it has Naomi Scott, who played Kimberly in the Power Rangers movie, and also is playing Jasmine in Aladdin. It has Kristen Stewart. It also has Elizabeth Banks, who is directing and writing this film, so we know that it's gonna be good, because Elizabeth Banks directed Pitch Perfect. But then also she is playing Bosley, who is who's basically the contact, is the direct channel between, Bosley is how the Angels contact Charlie, because they set up the call and everything. But then an interesting fact is that they also have Sam Claflin and Patrick Stewart, who are also playing Bosley. So I'm very interested to see how they go about in actually making that happen. But then also, they apparently they pay tribute to, according to the plot and the synopsis, that they're going to be paying tribute to all the new Charlie's Angels. So I'm hoping that they have cameos or scenes with Lucy, Drew, and Cameron. I would be so excited for that. It would be so great. So yeah, that's why it's at number 1, because you guys can see how excited I am for this movie. So that's why it's my number 1 pick. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what your top 5 movies of 2019 are or will be. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also click on the bell to turn on my notifications so you get notified as to when I upload a video. If you want to know what's happening in my life, then make sure to follow my social media down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for a new video. Peace out, I love you guys. Arrivederci, alla mark, afterwards, and goodbye.
Go Anthony. Go Anthony.